Good morning. A very good morning to one and all. As convener of the today's webinar international, I Anju Lutha welcome to all. My colleagues, they're from different zones, especially Anjum and Kiran Sandhu ma'am already joined. Rekha ma'am, special thanks. Sister, thank you to you. And today's webinar is, as sir already told, mind and mindfulness. It's to one very important, as you know, the phase everybody is facing nowadays, problems due to COVID and stress, jobless, other stress, working, and we are not getting everything on platter, the comfortable zone which we are earlier. COVID taught us very much things, but today the ज्ञान जो शिक्षा में सर देंगे गिरीश झा जी, उनके आगे मैं कुछ भी नहीं हूँ. Hope we all will enjoy the day and the 1.5 hours with very fruitful knowledge. And I especially request to everyone, please mute yourself. If you have any question, you can write on the chat. Don't disturb in between the speaker or anyone. And I now request to Sister Rosalie for a prayer and few words for the grace for the audience and your presence. Thank you, Sister. Over to Sister Rosalie, please.
Almighty God, bless all of us gathered in your presence this morning. Bless all our staff, students, and all those who are connected to our institution in any way. Lord, bless our speaker for today, who is going to speak about mind and mindfulness. We ask you, Lord, to bless Anju and her team. As we discuss about mind and mindfulness, let us ask our Lord to pour out His Spirit upon us so that we may say and do everything that is pleasing to you, and that we may spread your love, goodness all around us and make this world a better place, a happy place for everyone. Enable us, Lord, with your grace and mercy to make this world a place where we experience justice and peace. Lord, may all of us experience your peace, joy, and love today at all times. Jesus and Mary, pray for us. And Saint Claudine Tavernet, pray for us. Amen.
Amen.
Good morning. Thank you, Sister. Welcome, and one also join. Now I'll request my colleague and the committee member of sports, Professor Dinesh Adlikaji, to introduce the speaker of the day, Dr. Girish Jha. Thank you. Over to Dinesh, please. Professor Dinesh, can you unmute yourself, please?
Yeah, now I've been able to.
Yeah, thank you.
Good morning to one and all. A warm welcome to this session. This pleasant task of introducing our speaker for today, Mr. Girish Jha, has been given to me. I'm really grateful to the organizers for bestowing on me this pleasant task. A life coach, mentor, leadership, meditation, mindfulness guide, public speaker, and writer. This is how Mr. Girish Jha describes himself. Mr. Jha, currently based at Gilbert, Arizona, has a wide range of interests, from mental health, applied mindfulness, pain management, self-discovery, to self-development is this range of interest, which Mr. Jha works with. Guiding and mentoring the masses suffering from mental, relationship, and social challenges like anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, attention deficient disorder, etc., comes very naturally to Jha. Girish Ji trains the practitioners to overcome these challenges by applying the principles of traditional Eastern wisdom. An RYT 500, that is registered yoga teacher, Shri Girish Jha holds an MS degree and is a member of American Psychologist Association. With over 40 years of experience of guiding and mentoring and consulting, Mr. Jha is revered by his clients who are spread over the 4 quarters of the globe. Mr. Jha uses his extensive knowledge and experience to make meditation simple, without dogma and rituals, and takes away false assumptions about this ancient practice. Mr. Jha believes that meditation is all about what is inside you, so that you can know yourself. The practitioners of his form of art swear that this art has really changed their perception about life by rediscovering the serenity and inner peace. Smile, no matter how big your problems are, is the mantra that Mr. Jha chants constantly. We are really grateful to Mr. Girish Jha that he could spare his valuable time to enlighten us by guiding us onto this path of the serenity and inner peace. Welcome, sir. We really are grateful from the core of our heart that in this very busy times, in these tumultuous times, you could share your time and guide us onto this serenity and inner peace. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Dinesh. Now over to Dr. Girish Jha. Answer floor for you. And today's moderator, Dr. Rekha Dayal. And anybody have any question, please write on the chat box. Welcome once again, Rekha ma'am and Manmohan ma'am. Thank you, everybody.
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave. And to the sister, the beautiful words that she spoke, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina. It simply means let everyone be happy. Sarve Santu Niramaya. Let everyone be healthy. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Let everyone be blessed. Ma kasche dukkha bhavi. Let none suffer from misery in this world. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So thank you, Dinesh ji, thank you, Rekha ji, thank you, Anju ji, and thank you, sister, inviting me to do some insight on mind to mindfulness in Amrit Bindu Upanishads. So if we talk a little bit about these words, mind, mindfulness, and Amrit Bindu Upanishad. So once we justify with understanding the title, then the job will become easy. So let me take it from the last word, Upanishad. What is the meaning of Upanishad? The beauty of these Upanishads is that they are totally free from cult, dogma, belief, religion, everything. It's a pure understanding by the intellect followed by the practice. First meaning of the Upanishad, we all know it is sitting nearby, who knows mindfulness or meditation, means the teacher, the guru. That is a simple meaning of the Upanishad. Now, Anju was speaking something, I cannot commit myself. I have others. So Upanishad gives us another meaning. Upa means sitting nearby. Ni means commitment. And shad has three meanings. If you want to apply the three meaning in your life, follow the Upanishad. Otherwise, leave. So sitting nearby the teacher, ni, the Sanskrit word ni means commitment. Now the first meaning of the shad is to destroy sorrow and suffering from life. Are we ready? Second is awakening. Awakening to what? Awakening to permanent peace and happiness. That is the second meaning of the shad has three meanings in a different way. And the third is to minimize the impact of sorrow and the suffering in our life. Who doesn't want to end the suffering in life? Tell me. I know you all will raise your hand. If you are hungry, what you do? You go to the kitchen. You want to end the suffering, what should you do? You all are wise. You have to think. So now, a brief understanding of this Upanishad. Upanishad are the groups of text. Every text is a dialogue between the master and a seeker. Every text. There are major 108 Upanishads. First thing, they are revealed knowledge. The master says that whatever is written in the Upanishads forms a complete book of human life, human self-discovery. You already know yourself. What is the use of self-discovery? You see that? What is the difference? I'm just giving some bites. If I am a seeker, then I am committed. Then I understand what causes the suffering in my life, and I want to bring an end to the suffering. But if I am just, passing by, okay, these are the Upanishads, let me understand intellectually and forget about it and continue my life in suffering. So, sister, our masters make it very clear. Are you a seeker? Are you an eligible candidate to treat the path of meditation or mind? If you are not qualified, then what will happen? You will blame and complain, oh, this practice and that practice, this teacher and that. And the suffering continues. Pay attention. I go to sister, please admit me in the master's program of physics. And I have studied art. Sister will say, you are not eligible. Isn't it, sister? Even if I have beard, you will say you are not eligible. We never ask the teacher, am I eligible to treat the path of meditation? We never ask. We take it for granted. Close your eyes. Focus on the breath. Mindfulness is done. Tell me if it is not true. That is one reason, Anjuji, what you told me. A little more about these Upanishads. These Upanishads gives such a great clarity about who am I. It gives the second clear answer, what is the nature of this world outside? World of people, world of relationship, place, objects, things. That is the world outside. And then what exactly is the existence? So now see, understand this point. When I know who am I, clear, there is a clarity. When I know the nature of the world, when I know the existence, how can I enter into stress in my life? I know it. I can bring the harmony. I can bring the synergy between who am I, the way I live and work and think and speak. This is all about Upanishads. I think Dinesh ji told me something about Charano ki seva. Let me make it clear from the teachings of the Upanishads. It is customary, and I appreciate Dinesh ji. He has spoken good words. But what is the meaning behind it? And then we will come to a couple of the verses from Mind to Mindfulness, from these Upanishads. What we say, Gurura Brahma, Gurura Vishnu, Gurura Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve. First 3 years, I used to go to my Guru. I used to prostrate. You see, Sashtang Dandavat Pranam. You already know. He never said anything for 3 years. One day when I was prostrating, he said, get up. What the hell you are doing? Do you think that by touching and making your body dirty, you will be able to realize yourself? My master was very straight and blunt. So when you belong to a Avadhuta tradition, they are very blunt. To tolerate them, to become a seeker. And then he called me closer and he said, did you surrender mentally and emotionally? Are you still dependent on the world outside for your peace and happiness? Or do you depend on Guru for peace and happiness? I believe Dinesh might be. Now come to the Guru. You already know the meaning of the Guru. Gu, ignorance. Ru, knowledge. Moving from ignorance to knowledge. Is my mind ready to remove the ignorance that causes the suffering by sitting at the feet of the master? Is the meaning of prostration. Am I clear? You need not to touch the feet of any master. You need not even to say that हम तो आपके चरणों की धूल हैं. और धूल में बैक्टीरिया हो तो धूल है. काहे की धूल है? I'm sorry, the way I learned from my master. So prostration to the Guru means this mind is ready to receive the knowledge. That mind is pure. That mind is committed. That mind is ready to drop the suffering in the life. That is the actual meaning of prostration explained in the Upanishads. Bear with me. One thing is very clear. I will not teach anything. I will not speak anything which is not passed on by the tradition, because I'm just blank. That is another way to understand that if I do not follow this tradition, if I do not understand this traditional, what the tradition means, the knowledge. Upanishad, another meaning of the knowledge. Knowledge of what? Knowledge of my real self. So when I become an eligible candidate, then I am ready to learn. Are you understanding the step-by-step process? I explained Guru, I explained Upanishad. Two words are left. Amrit Bindu. Amrit, nectar. Normally, we all know, we all are wise. Nectar. Amrit also means immortal. Immortal also means all-pervading. All-pervading also means permanent. So if I take an excuse, no, I have been busy in my personal, professional, family life. I have a lot of problems, and that is why, I didn't find the time to practice meditation. Once I retire, then I will practice meditation. So you tire yourself again to practice meditation, it will not succeed. That is the meaning of retire. So Amrit here means, now let me give you another meaning. Internally, you say to you, do you love peace or peace? Do you love peace? I have heard silently. You said yes, yes. The moment you say yes, peace is your nature. Do you love happiness? Yes, happiness is your nature. Do you love to survive? Why are you asking a crazy question? Everyone likes to survive. What it means, I'm existence. I am happiness. I am peace. That is the meaning of Satchidananda. Ask every day, do you love peace? Yes, I love peace. Do I love happiness? Yes, I love happiness. Means happiness is my nature, then why I'm not living in happiness 24/7? That is the real meaning of prostration to the Guru, according to Upanishad. When you start searching, contemplating, you have a question, and you approach to the master to seek an answer. Did you understand the meaning of Amrit? So Upanishad, we have clarified Amrit. Bindu. Bindu is symbolically represents the real self or the supreme existence. So now we will start. Only 22 verses in this Amrit Bindu Upanishad. I told you my Guru, I learned from the Guru for 2 years. So the first verse now coming to the mind, Manohi dividham proktam shuddham cha shuddham. Anjuji was saying that, at least you should also speak some shlokas. I cannot give any talk without I remember. To make the session beautiful, okay. Beautiful also, but wise also. That is more important. If you take something from this Upanishad, not from me. I'm talking on the base of these Upanishads. So first verse of this Upanishad says that what is pure and the impure mind. The person who has an impure mind cannot succeed in meditation. Simple. So manohi devidham proktam shuddham cha shuddhameva cha ashuddham kama sankalpam shuddham kama vivarjitam. What a beautiful. Every verse, when you, in future, if you happen to study any verse, couplet, shloka, if you get a chance, remember that every shloka has 4 parts. Means the 4 messages are there. First message, manohi dividham proktam. Mind is of 2 types. Second message, shuddham cha ashuddham eva cha. What are those 2 types? Pure and impure. In the third part of this verse, it says, what is impure mind? Ashuddham kama sankalpam. The impure mind is full of sankalpa, means projection and desire. Desire and a projection, as long as this mind has a desire and projection, that is impure mind. And what is shuddham? Shuddham kama vivarjitam. The pure mind is devoid of the 2. In a traditional learning, you all are doctors and PhDs. That is a formal education. In formal education, you claim over the subject, pass the examination, raise your level of IQ, and you are qualified. In a traditional learning, we have to study a single verse, maybe sometime for 3 months under a master who is well versed with the teaching. So I gave you the word. I should understand the word. I should understand the meaning of the word. And then I should find out what is the knowledge hidden in that word. So I will take up the mind little later. Manohi dividham proktam. Mind is of 2 types, pure and impure. And then impure mind has 2 things, desire, projection. So if I understand it clearly, what is desire and what is projection by the mind? You put a mirror in front of a sun and the sunlight is reflected inside your room. That reflection is known as projection. We are understanding what is mindfulness and meditation, but if we do not understand that if I am eligible, you will appreciate me. This beard guy has given a good talk. Bye-bye. I will keep my impure mind with myself. I don't agree with it. Why it happens? Because of lack of knowledge and understanding. Upanishad directly says. So now, first thing is the desire. I have a desire for food. Should I not eat it? What the master is saying? Is the master saying that you stop all the desires? I want to go to restroom, I stop going to the restroom. Without desire, I cannot live. Desire is a motivation factor. I'm opposing what this master is teaching. That is another way of understanding. We put a opposite question. How dare you say that if I don't have a desire, how can I survive? Ask yourself. I'm prompting your mind to think. So our masters are saying desire for basic needs means to fulfill my basic physical needs, I need to depend on the world outside for food. I have to take food from outside, shelter, clothes. Master is not talking to not to have the desire for food, for shelter, for clothes. That is the basic physical need. Or you can just put it, need level 1, where we cannot survive without depending on the world outside. Clear? गर्दन भी हिला देना अगर क्लियर हो तो, नहीं हो क्लियर तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. Now the second level of desire is that I am seeking happiness and peace outside, in object, in person, in relationship. This desire must go. Why it must go? Because peace and happiness is within me. Did you not tell me, do you love peace? Yes. So peace is your nature. So why you are looking for peace outside? Do you love yourself? Love is your nature. So we should, by understanding that this mind is seeking happiness, peace, love outside, either in money. We simply say money cannot buy happiness. But if I say, oh, really, money cannot buy happiness, so pay me $500 for this session, then you are not a guru. See that? See, I have to change that mindset. So what happens? The impurity of the mind, understand it. So projection will also come. I'm just briefly giving you a couple of these verses. Mind first finds that I'm incomplete in myself. So sense of incompleteness agitates my mind. That agitation projects happiness in relationship. I am single. If I get married, I will be happy. Anju is saying, no. Once I get married, in the beginning, soulmate, after a few months, sourmate. If mind is very much agitated, now I want to divorce to be happy. I am single, I am unhappy. Now I got married. Why? I projected happiness in the medicine. But now I realize I divorce, then I will be happy. Did you understand? That is the meaning of impure mind. And that is how we live our entire life. Are you understanding? We live our entire life like this, days after days, weeks after weeks. I divorce and then I remarry. Here it is very common. One of my students got married 5 times and then he approached me. I said, you should have approached me 6 years ago. So now he says, no, now I understand. What did you say? It makes sense. I'm repeating again. Cause of the impure mind is projecting happiness outside. One example, I am single, I feel lonely, I will be happy if I get married. So now I will divorce. Why? Then only I will be happy. Apply this to objects, people, car, dress, anything. If I do not think in this way, then my life is not going to change. You practice meditation for 50 years, even the Buddha come to you. If the knowledge and understanding does not settle in your head, that is the meaning of the Upanishad. Manohi devidham proktam. Now, if that mind is devoid of these two, that mind is ready to practice meditation. Now, do you understand why we fail in meditation? Dinesh Bhaiji, why we fail in meditation? Not because of a teacher, not because of the practice, but because of, complete your sentence. Let us go to the second verse. Mane manushyanam karanam bandhamokshayo bandhai vishaya saktam muktai nirvishayam smratam. So both the verses are linked. First verse, pure mind, impure mind. So the impure mind causes the bondage. Pure mind causes the freedom. Manaiv manushyanam. It is the same mind that is the cause of the bondage. Bondage leads to suffering. And suffering, then I suffer continuously. Days after days, weeks after weeks, months after months, expecting a different result. The mind is not changing. How can I expect a different result? My inner perception has not changed. How I can succeed in meditation? I'm not saying. This text is saying. Mahaguru, who written this Upanishad maybe 4,000 years. I'm just explaining. So, bandhai vishaya saktam nirvishaya muktai nirvishayam smratam. This, the last two phrases needs to be understood. What is bondage? I will give an example from Gita. Gita, yeah, possibly second chapter. What is bondage? What is bondage? Bondage is dependence. From where the dependence comes? From attachment. From where the attachment comes? From the likes and dislikes. Who likes and dislikes? My mind likes and dislikes. Why it likes and dislikes? To secure happiness. to get out of the fear. That causes the bondage. And the bondage results in suffering. Honey, you loved me last year so much, but now it seems that you don't love me. Emotional dependence, bondage. I can give you hundreds of examples. That is what I do here in counseling. Let us go a little deeper. I should not bore you so much. Now he says, now what is the conclusion? What is your intellectual understanding? That is the conclusion in the third verse. See the beauty of this movement of knowledge, movement of understanding from this Upanishad. First, he said mind is of two types, pure and impure. He defined impure mind, desire and projection. So after desire and projection, he says, as long as I continue to project happiness and peace outside, I will continue to suffer. There is no way to bring an end to the suffering. So third verse, yato nirvishasyasya manaso muktirishyate. If I want freedom from the suffering, what should I do? My mind must be made empty. See the simple conclusion. You don't suffer because of hunger. You go to the kitchen, you eat. You meet your physical needs. I have made it very clear. Our masters never say that don't meet your physical needs, physical desires. But dependence. So that dependence goes away, then mind becomes empty. Conclusion is that is the conclusion of the third verse. Now another fourth verse, it says, when the mind drops its attachment with the objects outside and is fully withdrawn within the heart. Now this master is explaining what is the best place for meditation, means best place for the mind. Not the best place for studio with aroma, with a lot of candles. Here I see that, I don't go to the studio. I say, no, I'm not interested. Sir, I have a beautiful pant from this brand. Come on, you have come here to meditate. I stopped going. I'm not interested. So the just best place for the mind to meditate is the heart within. So we have to understand this heart. Yada yatyat mano bhavam tada tat param padam. You will feel that I'm crazy. I studied physics, I studied chemistry, I studied physiology, I studied psychology. My father was a great scholar of Sanskrit. I told him when I was young that this Sanskrit will not do anything. I did not learn anything from it. And it bounced back onto me. Now I'm fascinated with the Sanskrit. It gives me such a deeper meaning. Yada yatyat manobhavam pradat tat param padam. What a beautiful verse. So best place for meditation, best place for the mind to meditate is the heart within. First thing, just realizes the moment you meditate there, you can discover your real nature. What is our real nature is peace, happiness, love, and wisdom. We recognize real self. One point that I want to brief, so within 5-10 minutes, we will do one simple practice. Otherwise, you say, this guy only talks and talks. but tell you there is no instant meditation. Anju and Anjum, you both have done PhD. That's where you got the job. How long it took you to do the PhD? Before that, how long it took you to do the master's? We never think in that way, the journey of meditation. We say, oh, just quick. This seems to be have a gray beard, so he will make me awaken. Means you do nothing. That doesn't work. Maybe popular notion may be there, so you can go there. So what he says, the heart, when this master says heart, so we say it is the center of the rib cage. We are not talking about the physical heart. First thing. Second, it is located at the center of the rib cage, deep inside. Maharshi Raman says there is a cave inside the heart where the real self, our true nature, is located. You can say where the God is located. So he clarified the best place for the mind to meditate. Otherwise, best place for meditation, go to studio. Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram. So you are totally absorbed. So people get absorbed by listening to Michael Jackson also. Is that meditation? I'm leaving that part, I'm not going there. Otherwise, you will say this. So let's go there. Tavadev nirodhavyam yavad vriddhi gatam chayam etad jnanam cha jnanam cha shesho nyayascha vistaro. Simple meaning. Mind should be withdrawn inside the heart. In the space, object is the space. What is the object of meditation? Space. Place of meditation for the mind is the heart. What will happen? What we should do? By regular practice with wisdom. I will clarify that. To that extent in which it gets merged in the heart. So now how he defines mindfulness? Practice regularly, daily, without break, until this mind merges into the heart. The moment the mind merges into the heart, that is meditation. The rest is very tough. This master is very tough. Shesho nyayascha vistara. The rest is simply gossip. He clearly says, all else is argumentation. You may talk of meditation, mindfulness, neurosciences, neuroplasticity, all are gossip. I'm talking of Amrit Bindu Upanishads. I'm not talking in relationship to science. So this gives an answer of the first question, how long we should practice meditation. Until the mind merges completely. Who knows it? Whose mind merges? Yours. You know it. But my mind merges into somewhere else when I start meditation. Impure mind. Logic. Put the logic. I realized after studying physics, I said, no, physics is very logical. My master says, this Upanishad is 200% logic. Science is only 100%. Now, if the mind is already attached to a lot of objects outside, how it can move inside in the heart? So I understand this attachment is an emotional dependence. you will forget about the food you eat. You will forget about the clothes that you wear after a few weeks. You buy a new car after a week, it becomes casual. We never forget emotional dependence. That causes the mind to distract and wandering. And as long as this mind is wandering, there is no way to succeed in mind. Gita, our Krishna, great Krishna. Mind by default likes something or dislike. That likes and dislikes in the form of a thought continues in my mind. I don't know whether you like me. Anyhow, so like and dislike causes the thinking. So when I think over the object constantly, it creates an attachment. Pay attention. That attachment is emotional dependence. And once we have an emotional dependence, it causes the desire, and the desire makes the mind impure. But why? How? Emotional dependence, attachment, and desire creates a wrong notion, misunderstanding, which is known as Maya, which is known as Moha, which is known as, many names are given, which is known as Avidya. You can name anything. So then comes, now I'm giving you the very strong, blunt answer by Krishna. So you need not to react against me. Everything is told by Krishna. So when I live with that wrong notion and the delusion, it results into the loss of memory. What is that loss of memory? That who am I? Brahman. And the loss of memory results into loss of intelligence. Pranashyati. Krishna says those people are destroyed while living. Why? They are suffering constantly. No, I don't have time. I'm very busy. Busy for what? Busy for stress and suffering in your life? Keep smiling, Anjuji. We are just learning the principles. See, 8 factors are there, but I'm simply, Krishna says that loss of intelligence means what? Last point. And then we will go for meditation. What is this loss of intelligence? Our Upanishad and our Shastra says that we have 88.4 million species. 84 लाख योनि है. और हम सब उससे अलग हैं. We are separate out of the 8.4 million species. Our intellect is free. The rest of the living species have an inbuilt intellect. That is why they cannot observe and think freely. They cannot make a choice, and they cannot hold on to the choice. What I wanted to say, you might have figured out. when there is a loss of memory and loss of intelligence, my mind and intellect behaves and acts like an animal mind, as if it is inbuilt. What the tiger does. Only 3 and 4 things. That's all. Ahar, Nidra, Maithun. So we are busy in that. That is why the loss of memory and loss of intelligence. Can you connect that? Look at the beauty, the way our masters have put forward. Check. Loss of intelligence. That is why I am suffering. That is why my mind is wandering. That is why my mind is impure. That is why I am living in delusion. That is why Krishna says, loss of memory. I forget that I am a human. No, I will divorce you today. Enough is enough. Do you know the lion kills the cubs of a lioness if the cubs belongs to the other male lion? Then they mate. I can give hundreds. So our masters bless us with that wisdom, and it says, please think of your life. Don't destroy your mind. Don't destroy your intelligence. You are a human being. You live with a higher self-awareness, and you have a pure intellect. That intellect can think, can observe, can make a choice, make a right choice, hold on to that choice from today itself. If you have heard what this master has spoken, your life will change from today. Not me. Forget this guy. Pick up those principles, contemplate. What is that means? You are a seeker. Who is a seeker? Who approaches the guru. But who is a guru? The guru is sitting inside you. By using the intellect, you move from ignorance to wisdom. Prostration will not do. Charan sparsh will not do. I did it many a times. And my master fired. But even then, now I was doing with mind and emotions, with the feeling. I was doing a prostration. So one day after 10 years, he said, you are still doing it. I said, I see that, you have abundance of knowledge in the head. So I'm touching your feet so that it passes, goes down, and from your toes, it goes to my head. Means the humility, sincerity, and leave this gossip. Let us start a simple practice now. Close your eyes, which is this relaxation mindfulness is very popular here. It is becoming popular in all around the US. Eyes are closed. With understanding we are going to do, then we will share our experiences. So eyes are closed, the body is steady, and the mind is facing within. Why we close our eyes? You cannot find yourself outside. So better close your eyes. We are doing the practice. Well, if you don't want to do it, that is also your choice. What should I say? So sit in any posture that is easy and comfortable. One. Second is, mind is facing within and eyes are closed. Then we prepare by being comfortable. Very good, Anju. Yes, that's the right approach. Whatever the position you do it, that's good. So now move the mind on the neck joint. You move the mind on the neck joint. You don't move the body. Your eyes are closed. You move the mind on the neck joint. You are there where your mind is there on the neck joint. The moment you are aware of it, you feel the sensation, comfort and steadiness. Move the mind on the shoulder joints. You move the mind on the shoulder joints. You don't move the body. That only demands an awareness. Awareness comes from human intellect, not the loss of intellect. Move the mind on the shoulder joints, be there, feel the sensation, comfort, and steadiness. Move the mind on the entire body. On all the joints, neck joint, shoulders, elbows, wrist, hip, spine, knees, ankles. So you move from the physical body to a mental experience of sensation, comfort, and steadiness. That is the meaning of being comfortable. Now, second step, preparatory step is being carefree. What is the meaning of being carefree? Free from all the cares. Who cares? The impure mind cares. How it cares? By feeling, thoughts, images. So symbolically, I am saying, you are standing across a road watching the traffic. You are dissociated. You are separate from the traffic that is moving in the mind in terms of the thoughts. So when we know and experience that these thoughts, feeling are separate from me, then I'm carefree. So when we are in the first step, body is steady. And if the body moved hundreds of times during the practice, then you will say, oh, I did not succeed. Who is responsible? So first is body, steady body, mind is facing within, and eyes are closed. Second, being comfortable. That gives us an experience of sensation, comfort, and steadiness. Third, being carefree. When you are carefree and comfortable, your body will not move whatever you want to do. That means you are becoming a seeker. And now I will give you a simple step. Move the mind on the head and the neck. Sensation and awareness. Move the mind on the right arm. Sensation and awareness. Move the mind on the left arm. Sensation and awareness. It is better to you do the practice. I will give you the website where I have 2,000 meditation practices, which is available free of cost. All the audio files. You need not to worry about it. Move the mind on the rib cage. Be there. Feel the sensation and awareness. Move the mind on the right leg. Be there, feel the sensation and awareness. Move the mind on the left leg. Be there, sensation and awareness. So what we did through the intellect and mind, we lifted awareness. And now we want to withdraw the mind within. And it happens naturally. How it happens naturally? You look the head and the neck again and experience sensation and the stillness in the body. We have one dedicated Upanishad on this step. Move the mind on the right arm. Do you experience sensation and stillness? The mind will go with it. If you are simply visiting, you're not doing the practice. Move the mind on the left arm. Sensation and stillness. Move the mind on the rib cage and the belly. Sensation and stillness. Move the mind on the right leg. Sensation and stillness. Move the mind on the left leg. I'm giving a very simple but highly effective sensation in the stillness. Move the mind on the entire body. Experience sensation in the stillness. In that state of sensation and stillness, you are looking inside the head, and from the head, you are looking at the breath. Let me explain little in a better way. In the state of sensation and the stillness in the body, you need not to focus on the breath, but you simply look at the breath and explore. What do you explore when you look at the breath? First thing that you know, the breath is going in and out. Second thing, you know that you feel the sensation of the breath that is going in and out. Third thing that you know, you need not to change the rate and the rhythm of the breath. Can I keep that mind on the breath in the state of sensation and stillness in the body? For an extended period of time, then only I can move the mind inside the heart. Not before that. Do nothing, remain as you are. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand. Bring your mind on the left hand. No rubbing of palms. Raise both your palms, place it on your eyes, open the eyes inside the palms. Know your experiences, bring the hands down. I have put in a chat box. Some people were writing the instructions. You need not to write. Every time I give a new practice of meditation. So this is a website which is known as a speaker. You can join it free. There are 2,000 practices of meditation there. Take everyone, make your own. Claim that this is mine. No issue. Under a different heading, mindfulness, meditation, kundalini. Nothing is mine. I have nothing to worry. Only what happens, these are the group sessions I have given to people here for the last 6-7 years. When they asked me to talk on kundalini, so kundalini meditation I have given, and different practices of meditation. So the group meditation I have uploaded on this website for free. Anyone can practice, anyone can use it. Anyone can claim that this is my practice. I have created and designed. I have no issue. Only when I give a private coaching, then I keep these audio files private. It is confidential. Now the time for you to speak and ask questions.
Thank you, Dr. Girish Jha. Excellent session. Even I learned so many new things, meanings of meditation and everything. You explained enlightened in such a way. Now everybody is interested to do meditation at least every day. I hope so. Now I'll request students.
How did you read the mind of everyone? She is very good. Any question?
Now I'll request today's session moderator, Dr. Rekha Dayal, to take over, ma'am, please.
Yeah, Tanuja has raised her hand. Tanuja? Yes.
Rekha, ma'am?
Yeah, I think Sir Dr. Girish Jha has already asked Tanuja. So Tanuja, if I have your question on the chat box, or you can ask the question. Tanuja, can you hear me?
That is the problem of virtual session. You have to unmute. Still
Tanuja, you have to unmute yourself. Unmute.
यही तो दिक्कत है. Unmute कीजिए पहले तनुजा जी. Phones तो चल रहे हैं आपके. पर आवाज
unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
हाँ तनुजा जी. देखो ये मेडिटेटर भी आ गया.
Yeah. Namaskar, Namaskar ji, Swami ji. It was wonderful listening to you, and aapne amazing. Within that very short period, itna matlab, it was like instant coffee की तरह एक instant था. तो मुझे पहले ये चीज पूछनी थी कि जो आपने आज प्रैक्टिस कराया वो भी आपके वेबसाइट पर है. दिस वाज सो सिंपल, 2-minute instant meditation.
हाँ, ये वही जो वेबसाइट मैंने चैट मैसेज में दी है उसको ज्वाइन कर लीजिए फ्री. और उसमें रेस्ट एंड रिलैक्सेशन माइंडफुलनेस प्रैक्टिस के अंदर करीब 15-20 प्रैक्टिसेस हैं. वो 5-10 मिनट 15 मिनट की है. बस उसको अपना क्लेम करिए कि मेरी है, मैंने डिजाइन की, मैं प्रैक्टिस कर रहा हूँ. कोई दिक्कत नहीं.
तो आप बता रहे थे प्रैक्टिस में टुवर्ड्स द एंड आपने बोला कि ओनली व्हेन द माइंड दैट टोटल sense of stillness and awareness after moving through different parts of the body, then to bring the attention to the heart. So
उससे भी
वो
पहले
स्टेप रह
बात-
गया, मतलब
नहीं उससे भी, अरे वो स्टेप रह गया। उससे भी पहले ये देखना है कि भाई मेरा मन एक सफिशिएंट पीरियड के 15-20 मिनट आधे घंटे तक क्या ब्रेथ पे बिना इंटरप्शन के बना रहता है।
ओके,
वो स्टेप तो तब आएगा,
अच्छा।
वो स्टेप तब आएगा ना, सब कुछ इंस्टेंट ही हो जाए। अनुजा जी,
नहीं, आज आपने 2 मिनट 5 मिनट, तो ये मतलब अटेंशन एंड जो अवेयरनेस ब्रेथ पर रहनी चाहिए बाद में, एंड जितना
हाँ,
लंबा रहे।
एक और बात, ये बड़ी अच्छी बात, वो स्थिति तब हो जबकि शरीर की शिथिलता बनी रहे, स्थिरता बनी रहे। एक बात हो गई।
हाँ,
और उस स्थिरता के अनुभव में हमारा मन श्वास पर बना रहे, दोनों बातें होंगी। और उसमें भी 15 से 20 मिनट उस अवस्था तक बना रहे, तब जाके हृदय पर अपने आप मन चला जाएगा। आपको इंस्टेंट करने की जरूरत नहीं, क्योंकि मन के पास अब कोई विषय ही नहीं रहा।
और ऐसे भी हो सकता है स्वामी जी कि जब ब्रेथ पर फोकस है तो बॉडी में डिफरेंट पार्ट्स में फिर सेंसेशंस भी होती रहेंगी, तो हमारा मन फिर वो उन सेंसेशंस पर भी वापस जा सकता है, फिर ब्रेथ पर आ सकता है। कुछ ऐसे मैं आपसे पूछ रही थी, मतलब समझने की कोशिश कर रही थी।
गपशप से बेहतर ये है, पहले करना तो शुरू करिए डेली, शुरू करिए तो सही डेली, अपने आप ही रास्ता खुलेगा। ये तो स्पेक्युलेटिव क्वेश्चन है, इसीलिए मैं
सही बात।
जवाब नहीं दे रहा। साधक तो
अच्छा
बनने
जी।
चाहिए। अब साधक ही नहीं बने तो सब कुछ एक ही साथ हो जाए।
नहीं, आपने आज के लेक्चर से इतना समझ में आया, और मैं वही पूछ रही थी कि यूएस में वो जो अभी ये 8 वीक्स का बहुत वो मेजर माइंडफुलनेस प्रैक्टिस हैज बिकम पार्ट, एंड दे ड्रॉ इट फ्रॉम द बुद्धिस्ट ट्रेडिशन। ये समझ में आया कि ये और भी पुराना हमारे उपनिषद से आ रहा है। दिस वाज सच अ रेवलेशन फॉर मी, क्योंकि आम जानकारी में आजकल जैसे माइंडफुलनेस की बात हो रही है, सब वो बुद्धिस्ट ट्रेडिशन को ट्रेस करा जाता है, पर आपके लेक्चर से आज समझ में आया कि कितने हमारे एंशिएंट्स, हमारे उपनिषद से ये आया है। तो ये बहुत ही एकेडमिकली मुझे समझ में आया।
हाँ हाँ, गपशप शुरू हो
जी,
गई तो
समझ
उसमें
में।
एक गपशप और डाल देता हूँ जो कि फैक्ट है। महात्मा बुद्ध ने कहा कि कपिल मुनि को ध्यान की रूपरेखा पता थी। कपिल मुनि क्या हैं? उन्होंने सांख्य योग लिखा। और कपिल मुनि कब थे? बुद्ध से 3000 साल पहले। बस देखिए, कहीं बोलना हो तो ठोक के बोलिएगा, We are really enlightened. अरे enlightened हो गए विशाल शर्मा जी। Sir, thank you, sir. I am feeling proud to be the part of your wonderful session.
बहुत सारे
थैंक
मैसेजेस
यू जी।
हैं गुरुजी।
विशाल शर्मा
जो
हाँ
जी, आपको बहुत थैंक्स दे रहे हैं बहुत सारे मैसेजेस में। इससे
अरे वाह,
पहले कि मैं कोई और प्रश्न लूं, we have Dr. Kiran Sandhu who has joined us from Australia, Dr. Anjum who has joined us from California, USA, Mr. Ved from Dubai. So I would request Dr. Kiran Sandhu first कि आप कुछ अपने आज की टॉक के ऊपर बहुत briefly, please do say something about it.
do
Dr.
so,
Kiran
but do it briefly. अरे अनम्यूट तो कर लीजिए किरण जी, अनम्यूट. We are not listening to you.
Kiran ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Vrinda, Kiran, you will have to unmute. Host can only mute you, cannot unmute you.
Unmute.
ये स्वामी जी के अभी के पूरे सेशंस के अंदर से निकल के जो चीजें आ रही हैं, माइंड को कंट्रोल, तो किरण जी आपको अपना वो साधक बन के अनम्यूट करना पड़ेगा।
सबसे बढ़िया तरीका है दूसरे को अनम्यूट कर, अपने को अनम्यूट करें तो बात अलग है।
सर वो आपने आज कर दिए।
Very, very nice seminar.
I think till the time I'm unable to hear, we are unable to
मैम
hear Dr.
वृंदा मैम को अनम्यूट करो, उनकी स्क्रीन पे नहीं आ रहा, नहीं हो पा रहा।
किरण जी को नहीं, किरण
नहीं
जी
सर उनकी स्क्रीन पे आ रहा है कि कंट्रोल बाय होस्ट। वृंदा कैन यू अनम्यूट मैम प्लीज? वृंदा
किरण जी तो वैसे ही अनम्यूट हैं, किरण जी के वो साउंड आइकन को अनम्यूट कर।
हाँ किरण जी वो अनम्यूट खुद करना पड़ेगा अंजू।
मैम आपको खुद
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'll just do.
नहीं स्क्रीनशॉट मत भेजिए, कर रही है वृंदा, कर रही है, आपको कुछ और है प्रॉब्लम। वृंदा प्लीज हेल्प हर।
Better. No, it is not.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
ये
she
अब हो
can
गया,
speak.
अब हो
किरण
गया
जी
मैडम।
नमस्ते।
Thank you.
थैंक यू थैंक यू।
Yeah, namaste everybody. And that was fun exercise, I think, which
Yeah.
really needed a lot of meditation. And I'm very privileged that I've been invited by Rekha, Anju, and my friends all over the place in India. It gives me a lifeline to connect back to India when I'm in Australia. I think that's one of the biggest meditations I have with me. Vrindaji, I can see you on the screen. Okay, thank you. To me, I think this talk was really, really enriching. The first thing which I felt is it's very, very relevant to many aspects of our life. Very well said by our esteemed speaker that life, performance, personal self, our outside self, everything is controlled by the words which has been so well described in today's talk. But to my mind, I think if everything, I wind up with the mindfulness and mindfulness, 3 words different. One is mindfulness and one is mindfulness. When we are very mindful, I often get mindful. Whole night I don't sleep. In the morning I ring up Anju. Anju, I'm so disturbed. I'm so messy. I'm so sad. I'm so unproductive. I'm not feeling good. That is really, my mind is full. I don't know where I should think. What should be my clarity of thought? What should be my line of thinking? But when I think of mindfulness, that really brings me to be focused. And I love that. That's what the message I got from your talk today. And I'm sure all the participants must have felt the same. So mindfulness is a powerful tool, a meditation, which is really to be fully focused in life, fully focused on the present. We have to cultivate that awareness. Being away from home country in another country, you often feel mind is full, absolutely cramped. So many things come in your mind which you're not clear, but mindfulness brings that awareness. What is occurring around me? What is occurring within me? What was my past? What is going to happen? Why I'm worried about all these things? I need to be curious. I have to be kind to myself and I have to be kind to the life by thinking of what I want to do. However, mindfulness and meditation techniques in relationship to the sports performance. I think my participants in this conference are majority from the academia, from the sports, from sports department of JNC, and I can see many more people who are relevant experiences in their background. We in sports train all whole year. A very valid example is whole year we train to play one inter-college game, one inter-university game, one national game. Whole year, 11 months, we keep preparing for that. But at the end of it, if our mind is full, we are cramped, we are under stress, we are under the tension, we are under anxiety, we are not able to deal with the present moment of the game. I think there lies the importance of mindfulness, which I would really request Dr. Anju, the head of the department, to kind of give more to the students so that they can really relate to this mindfulness training techniques, so that they can focus on present, not only on future and past, especially on the ground scenarios, in the sports scenarios. Like it's very important, I'm sure you'll agree with me, that we all make mistakes. We tend to make mistakes. We are human beings. No matter how much training we do, no matter how much meditations we do, no much we become Buddhas, no matter we are Arjunas or Krishnas. We all tend to make mistakes. But are we allowed to make a mistake in a sports performance? Are we allowed to make a mistake in an inter-college game? When the score is 80, 89, 70, 75, when you're playing a hockey game at the World Cup, when you're playing a hockey match in the Olympics, and you're playing 1-1, are you allowed to make a mispass? Not at any cost. And there plays the role of mindfulness. You're getting a penalty corner for a shot. Your anxiety, your heart is bumping. Your mind is really wavy. You're lost in your thoughts and your crowd pressures. So much of cheering, so much of boo, so much of noise from the outside. If that noise gets in us, within us, we can never ever score that penalty corner to get a bronze. We would have never made a history in hockey. But that mindfulness, that training, that meditation, that strength to focus on that moment of life, perform your best, give your best to that very moment of life, is the training which today has been really initiated by the speaker today. Not only that, one more thing. Today, Krishna has been referred a lot by our esteemed speaker. I would also like to refer Krishna in a sporting context. Krishna, his advice to Arjuna was follow dharma, path of attainment. I would really ask, what was that? Why did he have to bring it? You go on the path of attainment. Please go on the path of perfection. Go on the path of achievement. Disconnect, forget who you are, who's your friend, who's your relative. In a simple language, I'm not a very big scholar, but I can relate it to a plain, simple life concept. Probably as a sports teacher, as a sports coach, as a sports manager, or as my academic background, probably Arjuna was really, really stressed. He was really all over the place. He was seeing people he would have never thought. He would have never thought this is a basketball game or this is a real war. That kind of moment, he had to be brought back. That, what do you call that, psychopath treatment? That come back, live the moment. What is the duty of yours at this minute? So that mindfulness, that meditation that speaks from that very chapter of Gita.